same as it was?
Yeah.
Yes.
What? Which one? The one by the window?
So the TH.
It didn't boot me right away. Thank you.
Which one, Cheryl? Tony, the flag is still in.
That's not what I meant. I meant like it looked like it.
You can tear that up. Just to have it. Where are they pulling up the town? Do well.
Didn't mean it was on.
It's making up for the lack of the rest. It was just
Pretty much.
return to better. Transfer by osmosis.
No. Yeah. Long as I took it.
So we do want this presentation area for the photo and everything. Here. Back in this pocket here, if we want to center access. Like, shoulders, everybody go over exactly last
So you are.
know what?
That's fine. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get started. Just as an overview, quick safety briefing, obviously we see exits here and here. I believe we are streaming live on the New Jersey with GSAR YouTube channel. So I want to recognize everyone as we go. We'll have some introductions this morning, some recognitions. After we conclude, I know the staff has prepared these certificates, graduation certificates, t-shirts for each of your students. We're going to do that outside and final dismissal outside the building. So when we conclude, I'll ask parents to just any type of just a moment, and our class of 2025 will be introduced in just a moment. We'll proceed outside, and we'll be final dismissal, and then of course here and everything else we pick up, and we'll send everyone home. But without any further ado, we're going to go in. Okay. Good morning. Welcome to Joint Base Memorial Day Lakers and Rangers of Fort Dix. Certainly good to see that all the parents that make it here normally gain a certain mission on the way. But I think after this week, everyone's ready to go. I was off down the woods, I was hiking up in the northern part of New Jersey. I'm proud to see these cadets here and our senior members. The skills that they've learned, we'll talk about in a moment throughout the week. They're refining them and getting those qualifications. I'm certainly very proud of everything they've worked toward. As I know you as parents and senior members are as well. First thing I'd like to do for the New Jersey Wing Ground Search and Rescue School 2025 graduation is, of course, introduce our staff. So we have our kind of lead staff over here. Of course, Major Rick Williams, of course, director, and round of applause for him. I would say years, not just months. Obviously, this is an ongoing program. Also, director of emergency services for the wing and wing headquarters, Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Israel Thompson, the lead sergeant for the week. And then we have come on the table out front. Yes, this is Captain Thompson, the young senior member, know here. I know a lot of those who've been with him all week. Wait, that's Colonel Thompson. So yes, let's make it right by the table. You see the heritage photo. The New Jersey Wing GSAR School, formally as a week-long program, started 40 years ago. And so that's one of the things that we're doing this year is marking that 40th anniversary of the GSAR School. And of course, Colonel Thompson, in a moment I'll introduce some of our wing staff and other members around the room were cadets in the late 80s, early 90s, attended that school. And of course, our cadre, the staff members here, have also former cadets, now senior members, they're back as instructors, attended New Jersey Wing GSAR School, keeping it alive, keeping the mission supported here in the Garden State. I'm just about to introduce you, sir. Lieutenant Colonel Robert Jennings, your incident commander for the week. Let's have a round of applause for Bob. And in the back, Lieutenant Colonel Dana Ruggieri. Captain Rakoff, her son. Different last name, so she has deniability from time to time. Comes handy. Our cadet staff, of course, they'll be introduced in a little bit. Let's have a round of applause for our cadet staff. And Major Sean Dunn over here. Tech support, K-9 support. He's law enforcement, one of the former students of the school and advanced GSAR school in the 90s. Sent me some awesome heritage photos that will be circulating in the packet to everyone via email afterward, so you can see the decades, the 40 years of the school. Certainly want to recognize two other individuals, same last name, relation, no relation, right? Okay. Sir. Oh, thank you. Blocked by the Lieutenant Roderick Zapanta, also here, former cadet. Like my tripod. Those black shirts you left in. From Wing Staff, Lieutenant Colonel Michael Sperry. Deputy Commander in Wing, and his son, Major Sperry. Without any further ado, I'd like to introduce your course director, Major Rick Williams, for a few remarks. Major.
All right, good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming out here today and for trusting us with your cadets throughout the week. They've had a long week. They're probably going to pass out in the car on the way home. We've kept them busy, including Thursday night. We actually had them sleeping out here on the range. They had to build their own shelters. Unfortunately, it didn't rain, so we couldn't actually get the test to pay attention to class. But they had a busy night. We were running missions throughout the night as a little tidbit of what we actually deal with on the real side of things. I don't have a lot to say. Last item is another safety item as the range officer this week as well. When you're going back to your cars, don't pick up anything that you didn't drop. We are on an active training range. This is used by active units, so there's always the potential for undisclosed ordnance or other items that we shouldn't be messing with. So if you didn't drop it out of your pocket, please don't pick it up. That we've
5 minutes. That'll be a So to say a few words from the incident command structure of things, where these cadets and senior members with their qualifications go forward. Lieutenant Colonel Bob Jennings, who's one of our incident commanders and FEMA instructors, former wing staff from squadron all the way up, talking about what takes place next, how they implement with the teams in supporting the ES missions around the state and around the country.
Thank you.
Sure.
Hey, good morning or good afternoon, everyone. As the incident commander, I was responsible for how all the operations went. Most of the students here were training for their basic grad team qualification. We had other members training for higher levels of progression in that incident command system. And we used the FEMA system to organize and jointly deliver with other agencies that also use the FEMA incident command system. So the members out here did a great job this week. Grand Branch director trainees learning how to manage these teams in the field, people picking up additional staff qualifications. It has been a long week, but very satisfying. And when folks get their graduation packets, so if they earn their badge, it's in there with their certificates and the t-shirts. So let's talk a little bit about 40 years of history. Colonel, that's you.
I can go ahead. Good afternoon. I know what time it is.
Afternoon, sir.
So my name is Lieutenant Colonel Israel Thompson. I am the lead instructor for the school. I'm also a former commander of the school, and I'm also a former graduate. In the late 70s, early 80s, New Jersey Wing, the training program that they used for training ground team members was a several weekend program. It was referred to colloquially as the New Jersey Wing GSAR Ranger School. And then in 1984, a couple of senior members and cadets wanted to create a more robust program and run it during the summer in conjunction with the New Jersey Wing encampment, which was out here in this environment at the time. So in 1985, the first New Jersey Wing Summer GSAR School began. Unfortunately, I was not able to attend that because I was one flight over as a basic encampment cadet. But however, in 1986, the second year of the school, I did attend as a student. And I've pretty much been affiliated with the school in one way, shape, or another ever since. So this particular year is very special because it's the 40th anniversary of the summer school. The history of the school is pretty impressive. We've had graduates from the school who have become not only instructors, but have gone into the military and special operations. Within the organization, we've had graduates become senior wing leadership, region leadership, national leadership. Currently the Civil Air Patrol COO. John Damaris was a student at our school. He was a graduate as well, and he used our format of our school to eventually create what is the National Emergency Services Academy. So the national special activity that is the National Emergency Services Academy was born from this school. So there's a lot of history. There's a lot of distinguished from this school. I'm very proud of the school. I have this means a lot to me. I'm very proud of the fact that I've helped teach thousands, not only just cadets, but seniors as well, to become ground team qualified and be able to perform the missions that we do and save lives. And that's ultimately what our job is. Our job on the ground team members is to be put boots on the ground to save lives, whether that be a missing person, overdue aircraft, or disaster relief. And I'm very proud of the students we had come through this year. We have a promising group. I expect to see them come back, get more training. Unfortunately for them, what they don't realize is that this is not the end. This is the beginning. Now they have to keep practicing. Now they have to get more advanced qualifications. Now they have to start getting good enough to be able to take this back to their squadron and help train the people at their unit to be able to do this as well. So unfortunately, you guys have a lot more work to do. Have fun with that. So, because this is the 40th anniversary, we have decided to create a new Distinguished Student Award, or Distinguished Graduate Award for the school. So right here. Yeah. This is what I've been dealing with all week.
It goes both ways.
Yeah. All right. So, just to give you a little background about the award the person who the award's been named after. So, we've had, like I mentioned, we had a lot of instructors and leaders come through the program over 40 years, and there has been one that has been pretty instrumental in my development. Both as a ground team member, as a cadet, as a senior, and as well as being a strong proponent for the school and wanting to see the cadets become ground team and participate. So our Distinguished Graduate Award is named after Lieutenant Colonel Harold J. Thorpe. Give me a second. So we have two awards actually this year. The first is presented to Cadet Second Lieutenant Priyanka Nair. If you'd like to come forward, please. Okay. She's right. Oh, yeah, it's yours. And the second award goes to First Lieutenant Traverse. Shift right. Sorry, we're not using photos. Also, I'd like to mention about Lieutenant Hurst. One of the traditions that we have in this school is students and staff, as they go through the GSAR school program, we find opportunities where they may do something that we end up giving call signs for. For example, my call sign is Swamp Rat, because by basic year, we, instead of going around swamps for our land navigation, we went through swamps in navigation, which is frowned upon now, apparently. I don't know why. So due to some actions of Lieutenant Hurst this past week, his call sign is now Sand Flea. I'll let him tell the story. We also had another call sign awarded this week, but unfortunately Lieutenant Saraba was not able to stay with us. He had to go back to his job. So just for the students here, to let you know, there will be an advanced distinguished graduate, and we have the advanced school next year, and I will announce all of that later. There will also be a plaque at Wing headquarters with the distinguished graduate's name put on it, and the distinguished graduates will also be receiving a plaque of their own for their own personal that they can hang up at home or show off if they want. So, all right, that's it for me. I'm done.
So I'll just say, when I came into Civil Air Patrol, I was a New Jersey Wing Cadet. It's great to be back here. Lieutenant Colonel Thompson and Major Thompson was my second squadron commander. I came in at the interim of the command for Lieutenant Colonel Harold Thorpe. So he was my first unit commander. Another thing I want to say, again, we recognize our wing staff here at the school, of course our students. We're celebrating them today with this graduation. Let's have a round of applause for all the parents. Thank you for coming out today. Air conditioning in the car will feel really good on the way back. Little taste of what they've been dealing with. Of course, camping out here for that overnight field training exercise. They had that hot water since then, so teeth have been brushed, they've showered. Don't worry, the car ride back will be. Laundry needs to be done, but that's a laundry facility, so we should be in good shape. We're taken well care of this week. I also want to recognize we do have Lieutenant Colonel Thompson and Major Rick Williams' wives here, just because, again, the dedication, the number of hours that they've spent out of the house, although you may have enjoyed that, sometimes away from that right distance makes the heart grow fonder, right? But Pam Thompson and Krista Williams who are here, certainly it's a family component when it's a volunteer organization, the teams that you build, the people you work with, but the cadets especially, as well as our senior members, couldn't do without the support of the families and the spouses. With that being said, I'd like to introduce another former New Jersey Wing cadet, senior member, graduate, Lieutenant Colonel Michael Sperry, who's your Deputy Commander for the Wing, to give a few remarks. Coming down from the chain of command, sir.
Yes, I too am a former graduate, not as early as Colonel Thompson, just a year afterwards. Graduate of the advanced school as well. But that's not why I'm here today. First of all, I'm here to pass on the congratulations of the Wing Commander. She is away at the National Summer Boards down in Atlanta. I was not able to be here today, but she definitely sends her congratulations to everybody and is very proud that the school got back off and back off the ground again, and we're picking things back up to be able to get things done. So, for me, a former graduate, this is a big deal for you guys. You know, I know whenever we have SARXs, I know Colonel Thompson will say this, whenever we go on missions and we show up at a SARX, the first thing we look for is yellow hats or our badges or whatever, and we know the people that we want to work with. Because we know your training. We know that you're going to get us out of whatever thing we're getting into because you have a little bit of extra experience. This school is changed more over many, many years, and we hope that you guys continue your training and become advanced and continue on in emergency services. So with that, I don't want to take up all the time because it's hot in here, and I want to get out of here just as much as you guys do. So once again, from the Wing Commander, congratulations, and I hope you guys all have a good rest of the day. And parents, thank you for entrusting your kids to us this week, your cadets to us this week. I'm sure you guys got a break, but they also got something out of this too. So, thank you.
We'd also, the New Jersey Wing GSAR School would also like to present a certificate of appreciation for you coming out. Awesome. Congratulations. It's always good to get the band back together.
Yeah, very much so.
And while we have them up here really quickly, Major Sperry, if you come forward, I need Captain Rakoff, any New Jersey Wing former cadets, and Colonel Jennings, also not New Jersey Wing, but former cadet. Let's do a group photo with the project, yes please. If someone could just on the camera there. Just tap that photo, get to know Jennings in here.
Oh, done, yeah.
Yeah.
There's one kid.
Sean, what was your name?
Thank you, Colonel.
I'm a former cadet.
Let's have a round of applause for former New Jersey Wing cadet. But to all of our former cadets, to our current senior members, thank you for keeping this school alive over the years. In that case, I'll look to the class and say, who's next, right? How many of you are going to continue on, continue the traditions that you've learned here, come back for the advanced GSAR school, become an instructor. That's what it's all about, building that instructional cadre who carry on the traditions and maintain training over the course of, as we've seen and have talked about today, the decades. With that being said, we have some final recognitions. I'll speak just momentarily about that. We're going to do these presentations and then we'll head outside and conclude and dismiss for the day. Given the nature of the 40th anniversary of the school, Lieutenant Colonel Thompson reached out to me, brought that to my attention. I'm currently with the National Headquarters Congressional Squadron down at Andrews Air Force Base. And so I work with our National Government Relations team. We have an aircraft on Andrews. We're actually right across from the Air Force One hangar, ready to go at any time for the members of our Congressional Squadron. The members of Congress can actually be members of Civil Air Patrol. We had a member of the staff for the 3rd Congressional District out here yesterday, learning about our mission. We walked her through the incident command post. She met with the cadets and she recognized some of the constituents from that district. But the reason being for that is that we are congressionally chartered. Civil Air Patrol was organized by Congress, and in the 1940s, as we transitioned out of World War II and our initial roots became the Air Force Auxiliary, our mission is dictated by that congressional charter. Annually, if you've heard Legislative Day, if you haven't, keep an eye on your Dragonet emails. I know there's many cadets I'm sure would be interested in going down to DC and meeting with their congressmen or women, right, in the House or the Senate. We go down and brief them every year because it's our responsibility. They write the check, they fund us with our mission, our operations and maintenance. We report back to them and let them know what we've done, what assets we have in the air, in the ground from a technological perspective, radios, everything across the board, how many lives were saved, that's all part of that. So with that being said, we have a special recognition, and if I can have the course director, our incident commander, and our lead instructor for on behalf of the 2nd Congressional District, this was put together from the United States House of Representatives. Proclamation, Congressman Dr. Jefferson Van Drew, who is a member of our Congressional Squadron and a great supporter of Civil Air Patrol. Whereas Congressman Jefferson Van Drew, as the duly elected representative of New Jersey's 2nd Congressional District, is pleased to honor and commend New Jersey Wing Civil Air Patrol GSAR School in recognition of your 40th anniversary of training and certifying mission-ready personnel who support local, state, and federal response throughout the Garden State. Whereas the strength and success of the state of New Jersey and the United States of America rest upon the abilities and talents of our dedicated citizens that show exceptional efforts to promote and improve our community. And whereas the citizenry of the 2nd Congressional District, through their elected representative, recognize New Jersey Wing Civil Air Patrol and the GSAR School as an inspiration to all whose energy and achievements help us glimpse a future of hope and promise. And whereas New Jersey Wing Civil Air Patrol and the GSAR School have brought honor and pride to the community and to the citizens of the state, New Jersey, and the United States of America, be it known that to all, the undersigned hereby honor New Jersey Wing Civil Air Patrol GSAR in the class of 2025, recorded this date, Saturday, April 16, 2025. Mark the center line. Thought that was an air crew thing.
Yeah.
No, if you'll stay there. At this time, lastly, and to close out the presentation, I worked with each of the congressional offices to recognize all of the participants in the school. So they'll each be receiving a congressional certificate of recognition from their respective member of Congress from around the state. Had to get zip codes and addresses and everything else. I've been on the phone and working with emails, and actually we had some sortie relays. I want to thank one of the parents and also senior members who made the trip up to Newark. I was out in Atlantic County yesterday bringing everything in. But from our 1st Congressional District, on behalf of Congressman Norcross, we're recognizing Lieutenant Colonel Robert Jennings. Oh, that's convenient. Sir, I will hand that to you. Gunner, if you come forward, sir. We also have Second Lieutenant Anthony Sarabo, who had to get back to work. He can only get X number of days off in his emergency response position, but he left the school this morning. Captain, I'll hand that to you. All right, from the 2nd Congressional District, Lieutenant Colonel J. Israel Thompson. Major Britt Williams. First Lieutenant Roderick Zaponza. Second Lieutenant Drew Hurst. And Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Samantha E. Contino. Let's have a round of applause for one of your staff cadets. From the 3rd Congressional District, it was the 3rd Congressional District that we had a member of staff out here yesterday. That encompasses half of the Joint Base and actually the half that we're on. So it's great to have them out visiting, learning about New Jersey Wing Civil Air Patrol. They want to help us out and support the organization in any way that they can. If I can have Lieutenant Colonel Dana Brugieri, Captain Charles Rakoff, and Cadet Second Lieutenant Michael Blum, please come forward. Major, if you want to work your way out from behind the control board there. One of the things this year, obviously, GSAR, I think, is a family affair. We have multi-generational. Again, we mentioned the former cadet aspect of it. Here you have a father and son. I know we have mother and daughters, sisters, brothers across the board. Sir, if you'll come forth, Major Sean Dunn and his son, Lieutenant Connor Dunn, from Congressman Scott Gottheimer. Congressman Van Buren in the 2nd District is a member of our congressional squadron, as is Congressman Gottheimer. Thank you very much. Okay, move right along from the 6th. Yes, 6th Congressional District. Cadet First Lieutenant Adam Jalal. Cadet Second Lieutenant Isha D'Souza. And Cadet Second Lieutenant Emmerich Singh.
come forward, step forward if you want.
And we'll publish the official photos as well, so. Another member of our cadet staff, Cadet Major Aaron Green, if you'll come forward. From the 10th Congressional District, Congresswoman McIver recognizes Cadet Major Green. I want to thank her mother for running to Newark to pick that up in the Congresswoman's office. Thank you very much for that. From the 11th District, Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill. First Lieutenant Jasmine Moran, please come forward. Cadet Second Lieutenant Shiraj Sharma, I apologize for any mispronunciation of the names, come forward. No worries. Thank you. Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Francis L. Moran. Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Alexander R. Moran. Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Priyanka L. Nair. Cadet Major Michael E. Chayevich. And Cadet Technical Sergeant Marcos A. Hernandez.
David, so you guys can have to squeeze in.
Everybody in.
Yeah, turn on A. You want to angle your face. That. That. I was thinking, encampment, you get time for practice for graduation, GSAR, they're too busy in the field. You don't get that rehearsal.
And this is why we don't do this.
Thanks. Finally, from the 12th district, I have recognition for two individuals who left yesterday. Just want to read off their names. They weren't able to stay for graduation. We're going to present these certificates at their squadron meeting the next time around, but it's presented to the Corps sisters who were here, Jesleen and DeJoe. First name? Chief Corps, that worked, rank and last name. They, of course, supported yesterday. For those who may still be here, I have a personalized letter as well as certificates for Tahasra Aita, Harsis Singh, and that was it. All right. You have a two-part district. So again, on behalf of those congressional districts, each of the members of Congress and their staff sent their regards. We have some great correspondence and letters from them, and of course the recognition for each of our students as well as instructors. Anything else at this time, sir? They're ready to do big things we can. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Cadets, it's cadet staff, if you want to just form up in teams, we'll do the presentation of the class of 2025, and then I think we'll be wrapping up before the
center right here. No, center right here. Not in one row. Everybody move over this way.
GSAR 4-1 over here, GSAR 4-4 over there. Like, 4-1. Together. 4-1 and 4-4. 4-1 over here. 4-4 over here.
4-4 over here. GSAR 4-4 right here. 4-4 in front of me. Yeah, that's to make contact. Back here.
Your DVD.
Back here.
Getting tapped. That makes you taller than me. You guys want to get in the middle?
Yep, if we could pull the lead team here, right in the middle of your ground team, that'd be great.
I can't say break off. Jump in.
I'll man the camera. Go ahead, you guys step in.
We get,
Break.
boy.
Go ahead, you guys hop in. I'll man the camera.
You want to be a cadet staff?
I think we've done this already.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the GSAR class of 2025. All right, one more. Colonel Thompson. One more. Thank you, sir. All good.
This is one of those. I can leave. I'm deep.
So, no, hang on.
We only do this once every 40 years.
All right.
So while they're handing all this stuff, let me explain to you what it is that are in these packets. So there's certificate of completion for the program, right? They're also all getting shirts. We're big on branding, if you haven't noticed. So they will now have their own GSAR shirts to wear with their appropriate uniforms. Those who have completed the ground team level 3 certification are also being awarded their ground team badge that they can wear on both their ABUs as well as on their blues. So there's a little badge they'll be able to wear. We also have a couple of staff members who received some more advanced. And they've gotten their master ground team badge. And we also have a student who completed his ground team leader and will be getting his senior ground team badge. As well as they also have a patch as well for the school to represent their graduation. We tend to put them in envelopes so we don't lose anything, because then they have to send it out to the client.
Have it back. Thanks.
Yeah, not here. That's me. Not here. So, again, I'd like to thank all of you for allowing your family to come out and spend the week with us. I apologize in advance for how tired they are. They're going to want to get some sleep. They're going to want to get probably something decent to eat. Good here. Well, they've been showered, hopefully. Ish. And yes, and again, I like to apologize in advance for any long didn't manage. One of the things about the school is that we get dirty. We're out here all the time. They need to get used to that. So, but with that, I think we're doing a group photo outside. Yes? No?
We do chairs first or after? Okay. group photo outside?
Yeah, we'll do a group photo outside, and then, we can, it's yours. They don't have to go home, they can't stay here.
Thank you very much.